Hey you! After yesterday, I wanted to do something a little bit different from what I have been doing up until this point, both because yesterday was incredibly frustrating and also because I turned a new page and I wanted to just kind of try a little bit of a different vibe, a little bit different subject matter. So I decided to go ahead and do this drawing of a girl. Now, if you know me, then you know that this is not a particularly unusual thing for me to do. I like drawing these characters and people in general. It's something that I have done in the past, so this isn't a huge stray from what I tend to do on my own, but it was nice to get back into more familiar territory after I spent the last couple days experimenting and trying out new things. In particular, I wanted to come back to doing line work. So far, with the exception of the fox on my welcome page, I haven't done any line work, and that's something that's quite unusual for me. I was avoiding line work because I wanted to make sure to explore and try new things and not rely on lines as a crutch, but generally I do prefer to have lines in my work. So I came back to it with this piece today. A few videos back, Miriam mentioned something about not having enough time every day to really get creative with her planner and make it fun and interesting. And I wanted to address that because that is an incredibly common thing that I hear all the time from people who say that they want so badly to really be creative and pursue their hobbies on a regular basis, but they just feel like they don't have the time. So a lot of people ask me, how do I find the time? Well, it really comes down to priorities. What do you really want to do with your time? Because you do have the time in your day to work on whatever it is you want to work on, but usually that time gets eaten up by TV or browsing through the internet or browsing through your phone. The average person spends well more than an hour on their phone every day. For some people, it's even closer to 2 hours. That means that if you just get away from your phone for a little bit, you can probably find the time that you're looking for to get creative, to follow your passion and spend the time doing what you want to do. It's just that those things are quite addictive and they're so convenient that it's hard to not get sucked into them. But when it comes down to it, if you want to do something, then you have to make the time for it. You can't hope that maybe there's going to be enough time for you to do what you want to do. You need to make the time. You need to decide that you are going to sacrifice a TV show and work on your hobby instead. For me, it was something that I kept pushing off because it wasn't enough of a priority. So I would tell myself, okay, I'll draw at the end of the day. And invariably at the end of the day, I would be tired, I wouldn't be motivated, and I would say, oh, I'll just do it tomorrow. And I would do that over and over and over again, which is why I started this project in the first place. I'm making the time, I'm making an effort, and I'm making this passion of mine a priority. So that might not be the answer that you wanted to hear. It's not exactly an easy answer because it's hard to change habits and change the way that you spend your time on a regular basis. But just because it's hard doesn't mean it's not worth it. It's only been a week and I already feel so much more connected to my inner artist. I feel so much more creatively alive just from doing this project, just this. My goal when this whole thing is over is to actually do art every day. Maybe not quite to this level, but to do art, to sketch, to draw, to paint, to do something that helps connect me to my creative core and that pushes me and challenges me and helps me explore these avenues. And it will be hard, but I want this to be a priority in my life. I want this to not get shunted to the back of my schedule every single time. This is important to me, and because it's important to me, I will make the time to make it happen. Anyway, thanks for sticking around and for being so supportive of me so far. It's been really amazing how many people have been cheering me on. It really warms my heart. And if you want to do something like this too, please feel free. Go for it. This is not restricted. I'm not going to be mad. I'm going to be absolutely thrilled if you decide to start a watercolor planner as well. But if you share on Instagram or Facebook or anything, then please share it with me. I'd love to see what you've got going on. Just tag A Month in Color and maybe tag me so I can see what you're up to. Don't forget to like this video if you liked it and subscribe so you can continue to watch more of A Month in Color. Alright, well, I will catch you later. Bye.